Hello, hello, and welcome to another story time, y'all. Brought to you by ABC Read and ABC Learn, in which we are here to help you develop and nurture that love of reading in every child as well as every adult. How are you all doing out there today, evening, whatever time of day it is, wherever you are around the planet? I hope that you all are just doing groovy. That's what's up, y'all. I hope you are doing groovy, fantastic, just superb, all of those great things in spite of whatever it is that you are going through in your life. Always try to extract, to take out the good, take the best, and leave the rest. All right. Actually, those are my words. I did get that from someone some years ago, but yeah, I'm saying it today. Hey, that's what's up. All right, so before we get started, I just wanted again just to reiterate, to remind you guys about these wonderful benefits of reading aloud. And reading aloud is something that can help to increase your child's attention span. All right, you know how you got the psychologists and the teachers and everybody trying to label the babies, talking about the ADHD, ADD, and A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, all of these different labels. All right. But we are skipping over simple things like just simply doing something like reading more to your children, reading aloud to your children, and things like this will help to increase their attention span, which means what? Will help them to be able to sit and pay attention when they need to. All right. And also, of course, coupled with that, not just reading to them, you want to make it enthusiastic. You want to make the read aloud enjoyable, make it engaging. Nobody's saying you have to go to the acting school, and start taking some acting classes, you know what I'm saying? But you ain't got to go to black acting school, or whatever acting school, those of you whom I think that's is that Hollywood Shuffle? One of those movies back in the day, Robert Townsend film. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Nobody's saying you got to go to that school to get those acting skills, but just make it fun. You know what I'm saying? Make it fun so your kids will want to read. Because I'm gonna tell you something that Walter Dean Myers. Now he has passed away, but he was an awesome, awesome African American author. He wrote a lot of books about black children and black youth, teenagers, in the inner city. And he said one of the things he said was this: reading is not optional. All right, period. He was just real blunt with it. We have to make sure that we are telling our kids that. And how are we telling them that? We have to show them ourselves as adults that reading is not optional. So when we want our children to sit down and have that time to read, sometimes, as much as you can, grab a book with them and sit down yourselves with them and start reading together as a family so that we can get our children more into reading, especially our population of children who come from the African American community, Black and Latino community, where the reading scores are low. You have children who are by the fourth grade who are in the Black and Latino community, only about 16 to 17% of them are reading proficient. And that's an outrage. All right. So I just want to share that with you guys. And now I'm ready to read chapter 5 of this awesome book here. All right. Fish in a Tree by Linda Mullally Hunt. And again, we have been introduced to Allie Nickerson. All right. And for those of you who have not listened to the other chapters, please go back and listen to those chapters, because now I'm on chapter 5. And so you guys can know what's going on in the story. Allie, as for those of you who have been keeping up, Allie has a reading disability. And of course, it's affecting her self-esteem. She feels like, she's just not good enough, and as we learned in chapter 4, it's a blessing that she has supportive family. Her mom has her back, and her mom wants to see her do well, but her mom does not seem to know exactly what's going on with Allie. So she doesn't realize or know that, Allie has a reading disability. So, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and read chapter 5. And chapter 5 is titled Silver Dollars and Wooden Nickels. The back door swings open and my brother Travis is there, smelling like grease, looking like he rolled in it. And I instantly feel better. How's my favorite little sister? I'm your only little sister. Doesn't matter. You'd still be my favorite. He smiles. So your favorite big brother had a silver dollar day today. I think of Grandpa and Dad, who always asked us if we were having a silver dollar day or a wooden nickel one. Travis is doing that thing where he wiggles his fingers in the air and asks his daily question. What are these? He looks older, more like my dad, who's been deployed since just before Thanksgiving last year. It was hard to feel thankful after he'd gone, especially since Grandpa had died 3 months before that. The hands of a genius, I say. Correcto mundo! Do you realize you come home every day and ask me to compliment you? Not really, he says, opening the fridge. Just asking you to state the facts. You are unbelievable. Exactly, he says, pointing at me. Guess what? I finished restoring an old Coke machine today. Thing is, like 70 years old. He pops open a soda. Those things are worth a bundle fixed up. Then he holds up the can. Look at this. Disappointing compared to those old green bottles. Travis must be happy. The happier he is, the more he goes on about things. And, he says, I picked up an old gumball machine. The kind that takes pennies. I'll sell it for 10 times what I paid for it. His voice drops and he takes a sip. I will have to throw some money and elbow grease at it first, though. He comes over like he's going to mess up my hair, but I block his dirty hands. No way, I laugh. Don't touch me. Oh, come on, Al. I've had a great day. And guess what? I almost have enough to buy those rolling tool cabinets. And someday my big neon sign. He sweeps his hand through the air like he's showing me a row of mountains. Nickerson Restoration. My own place. My name, our name, is going to be in lights someday, Al. But then his voice deflates. I just have to get out of high school. We're like oil and water, school and me. I wish Mom would let me quit. She would kill you. Yeah, so would Dad. And being dead won't be good for my business. He smiles. Won't be long, though. I'm learning a ton of stuff at the garage. The boss is letting me do all kinds of different stuff. I smile. I'm going to buy a car soon, too. A classic and a V6 at least. And then he's off. And I can still smell the grease after he's gone. I'm glad he had a silver dollar day. When my mom finally gets home, I've already microwaved my dinner and I'm watching TV while I sketch pictures of my pet llama named Butch Cassidy. With a name like that, I give him a cowboy hat, a bandana, and a holster. But in the holster, he carries an ear of corn. When my mom comes in from work, she turns off the TV and I can feel it coming. So, she begins, when are we going to really talk about today? On my 95th birthday? Funny one. She shifts her weight. I'm trying to be patient, honey. I really am. But today was a party. How could you get into trouble at a party? I don't have to do anything. They all hate me, I blurt out. I doubt that. But can't you see why they be tired of your behavior? These shocking things you do and say to get laughs? She doesn't get it. Being funny when you don't mean to be is terrible. Having to laugh at yourself along with everyone else is humiliating. Oh, Allie, you're too smart for this. School is too important to joke about. I don't want you working long hours on your feet for a bunch of tips like me. I want more for you. And you're so smart, good at math, a gifted artist. Don't you think it's time to stop clowning around? I'm not that smart. You say that, but I'm not. Now we know that isn't true. You could stand to work a little harder, though. I'm so tired of this conversation. We've had it 100 times, even though my third grade teacher told her that I might just be slow, that my mom shouldn't expect too much of me. My mom's eyes got all wide and shiny when she heard that, and I felt sad and embarrassed for her having to be my mom. But my mother's never bought what that teacher said. I sometimes wish she would have. But most times, I'm grateful that she hasn't. She bends over to look me dead in the eyes. I know that moving as much as we have has been hard for you. And I know I work all the time and can't keep tabs on your schoolwork. It has made it hard for you to keep up with some subjects, and I understand that. I really do. But you're going to have to make more of an effort, Allie. Things worth having are worth working for. I'll do better, I tell her. I used to say this and mean it. Now it feels like I'm just making up one of my stories. Her smile is sad. Okay, then. She kisses the top of my head. Can I turn the TV back on now? She unties her apron as she stares. Did you take your bath yet? No, I sigh. The tiredness in her voice says there's no use arguing. I trudge toward the hallway. By the way, I don't want to hear you say that people hate you, she calls out. How could anyone on earth possibly hate you? I wish she could understand my world, but it would be like trying to explain to a whale what it's like to live in the forest. All right, you guys. Wow. Oh my goodness. This book to me is just so awesome. I mean, I love just seeing, I love the character of Allie. She is just like, very, she's very straightforward, and she's definitely honest with herself in terms of how she's feeling about the fact that she's struggling with reading. But the thing is that now, as we see, she really needs to speak up about that now and have that confidence to be able to say, I'm having trouble with reading. I need some help. And so right there, again, like I said, I really like this story a lot, and I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. And please join me again because I will be reading chapter 6. All right. So if you have not listened to the other chapters, please do so. And remember to like, subscribe, and share our videos. All right. You guys keep on reading. Okay. Keep having fun with those books and keep reading for at least 30 minutes a day. Happy reading, family.